Hi, Queen. How are you? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you know what time it is. 7 p.m. Eastern, Saturday night. Thank you for the wheel. You all, it is the time. My favorite time of the week, I'm not gonna lie. I love doing this show. It's an honor. Living and Loving with Triple L. So we have two amazing guests coming up for you. Top Badge Krabby and Boss Badge Nurse Joy. Both are just some of the most inspirational people on the app. And I'm so excited for you to get to learn a little bit more about them and their journey to where they are as streamers and things that are upcoming. And maybe, my favorite part, talking about some love. So here we are. Let me move my music off my notes here. Um, it is our 72nd show. Here we are, February 11th, 2023, diving into almost spring here in North America. And well, Valentine's season and Super Bowl Sunday is tomorrow, those of you that appreciate football. So we are on our season 5, episode 10. I can't believe we already did 10 episodes in season 5. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And yes, please be active in the chat. Please feel welcome in here. We are a fun-loving stream. We're a kind stream. We want you here. We're glad you're here. We want you to enjoy the show. We want you to live your best life. The whole show is focused around living, loving, and well, laughing. I have a healthy living tip. We're going to do an affirmation. I also have some jokes. Um, and you can decide if they are good or not. I'm thinking they might not be so good, but again, just go with it. Sorry, let me take out my gum. Okay, welcome. Happy Saturday night. Everybody raise the roof. Krabby, I even got some crab jokes. Okay. I got nurse jokes, I got crab jokes, and I got Valentine's Day jokes. When we're in the show, just know that I am reading comments. So are my amazing bouncers that are read in here. We are keeping the chat alive, but we're also making sure everything is respectful, calm, and collected. So please, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it in the chat. But yeah, so there's that. We also, my guests probably already know, but there's no drinking, smoking, nudity in the box. Krabby. I'm just kidding. My top badge Krabby already knows all the rules because he's a featured show host as well. So he already knows what it's all about. But we still have a lot of fun in here. I'm so glad you're joining us. If you're new, please favorite myself, my guests, and everyone in the chat that you're engaging with and connecting with. I can't always acknowledge the gifts, but I am appreciative. You might see me throw up my kissy. Come on. There we go. We might get a little kissy to you. We might give you a little prayer hands with some confetti. Either way, Lugs does try to acknowledge everybody who comes in and comments that I can't answer. He also thanks people for guests and favorites. So know that he is an extension of me. And yes. Also, after the show, we do have our after our stream. So we're going to do our regular happy hour stream. But I also have an event tonight. I'll be on Kitty Commander's All for Love event, and I will be shouting out everyone I can. So for like 3.5 minutes, you guys are just going to hear me rattle off everybody who's ever supported me in my stream dream. And I'm going to try not to cry, but it's so special to me to be able to just have this platform, to have people that connect with me on this platform. So that will be at 8:35 tonight. It'll be a battle style with Miss Amazing Top Badge already everywhere in my heart, Kitty Commander, and I'll get a chance to shout out all the people that have supported me over the years. My name is Triple L, and you are joining the Living and Loving with Triple L show. I have two amazing guests for you tonight, one top badge and one boss badge. So get comfortable, grab a snack, get a beverage, and let's have some fun. All right, so our healthy living tip of this night is have an abundant mindset. So what I would like for you to do in this next week, we have a healthy living tip every week. Last week was protect your energy. This week, I want you to create and to focus on an abundant mindset. So when you catch yourself feeling like, I don't have enough of this, I'm not worthy of this is not for me, I want you to shift your thinking into, I create my life loves me, life is giving back to me. I always say it's a money phrase, but money comes frequently and easily into my life, not I don't have enough money. So you reframe it for yourself and you practice it. I would write it down if you are looking to really change your thinking. But money comes frequently and easily into my life. So an abundant mindset is our healthy living tip of this week. I want us to switch our thinking into abundance instead of lack. That goes for love as well. A lot of us are looking for relationships, connections, love. And so you can also be abundant in your view towards love. Not I'm single, I'm not worthy of love, not those like I'm not good enough, I'm not skinny enough, strong enough, smart enough, whatever. I want you to shift that all around and say, I am amazing, I am talented, I am gifted, I'm here for the partner that sees all the worth that I do have, and to shift your mindset into abundance instead of lack. And that is your healthy living tip of this week. Thank you for the favorites. Thank you for being here. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, our affirmation is, I trust my inner ding. So, of course, we all have intuition and inner voice. Louise Hay, who is one of my mentors, she is now on to the next life. But she says we all have an inner ding. It's a knowingness. It's a power within. It's that quiet, calm, loving voice. It is never hurtful. It's never mean. It's never toxic. It's never going to tell you something that's unhealthy. It's always for your highest good, right? It is your awareness, your inner ding. So this week's affirmation is, I trust my inner ding. I mean, how many of us have gone through something, known it wasn't right, or known it wasn't going to work out, and we just kept pushing it, we kept trying, and our inner self was saying, stop, red flags, quit, don't do it, don't keep giving to this, right? Whether it's in work or in love or on streams, right? And your inner ding was saying, please stop, don't do it, and you just kept doing it. Okay, so what I'm saying is to trust your inner ding. There is a message there. When you get that internal message that is safe, healthy, loving, go with it. Yes, trust your gut. Yes, yes, yes. So on the back side of our affirmation cards, which these are the Life Loves You cards, created by Louise Hay and Robert Holden. I pull from them often for our show, and I shuffled before and asked for guidance for our stream. So you were born with an inner knowing, what Louise calls your inner ding. Listen to your inner knowing and let it guide your actions. And yes, Chris, sometimes we need to step out of the comfort zone and to make the better choices for our future, right? And they're not always easy. In fact, some of them are very hard. Leaving that toxic relationship, friendship, work environment, you name it, family, it could be family situation. It doesn't have to be a loved one, like lover. It could be a nuclear family situation. All those things, separating that and sorting through that is challenging. So you can do it, we can do it, I can do it, let's do it. All right, so our affirmation again is, I trust my inner ding. Our healthy living tip, please reframe everything in your life to an abundance mindset. I am so grateful for, I am so blessed that I have this cup of water, I have light, I have internet, I have an iPad, a phone, I have a speaker, I have a healthy life. I mean, you name it. It just reframe your lack mindset or maybe somewhat negative thinking into a positive frame. Okay. All right. On to, we did the life part. We did the affirming parts, and I'm having trouble like getting my words out tonight. So who knows? Maybe somebody's talking about me out there. All right, so we're on to the jokes. So my guests tonight are Top Badge Krabby coming up in just a moment. So don't get too discouraged. You won't have to listen to me much longer. You're gonna get to hear from the amazing Top Badge Krabby, and I could hear him talk forever. I love his accent. And also we have Boss Badge, Nurse Joy. And when she comes in the room, if you guys could make sure you let me know so I can make sure to bounce her up. If I haven't seen her already, my dear Nurse Joy, let me know so I can make sure I hit you with a bouncer. Hi everybody. Okay, so we're going to do our crab joke first. Then we'll do our nurse joke. I was hoping Nurse Joy would be here. And then we'll do our Valentine's joke, okay? So get ready. Put your silliness on. There she is. Hi, beautiful. Okay, so put your silly socks on, your silly hat, your silly energy. Just get ready to be silly, okay? Nobody said these were good jokes. Okay? All right.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay, Suri. Shh. Enough. All right, so I thought this was very...
It's on the web.
Oh, my God. It's one of those days for Triple, okay? Seriously, it is. All right, so real life mom, single mom, streamer, single woman over here having a day. Okay, so happy Saturday, everybody. And 333 on the views. Thank you. That's a good luck number, so we're gonna go with that. Triple, triple, the triple, the triple. And yes, go Eagles. All right. Okay, so here we go. This is my joke for Krabby. Okay, Top Edge Krabby. Hit him with the fave. All right. What is it called when a crab walks in? No. Walks to its part-time job. So what is it called when a crab walks to its part-time job? I love this joke. I almost cursed. I love this joke. Oh, no cursing, my guess. Okay, it's called a side hustle. You know how crabs like walk to the side? Side hustle. I love that joke, Krabby. And it's so, I feel like it's fitting for you because I know you're a hustler and you're always doing, you got the podcast, the featured show, the stream dream, and all the other things you're doing. So I thought that was super appropriate for you. All right, here we go. Now, Nurse Joy, I got a nurse joke, okay? And there's a lot of nurse jokes out there. Okay, bear with me. I have to navigate my phone with these old eyes. All right, here we go. Lexi, quit giving me a hard time. Everybody, this is the silly part. This is the laugh part of the show, although we tend to have a lot of laughs even with my guests. So I'm pretty sure my Krabby's already requested the guest box, but if not, go ahead and hit that and I'll get you right on. Welcome in, everybody. Living and Loving with Triple L every Saturday at 7. Thank you for being here. Add me on Instagram. Favorite all my number 1, 2, 3, 5 to 1,000 gifters and all the people in the chat that you're connecting with. Why did the senior nurse advise the young nurse? No. What did the senior nurse advise the young nurse about her first injection? So what did the senior nurse advise the younger nurse about her first injection? Just give it your best shot. Boom, boom, bang. Okay, all right. Yep. I'll be here next Saturday at 7. I sound a whole lot better if y'all, enjoy a snack or a beverage, promise. All right, last joke. And I felt like, being that we are approaching the day of love, which we should love every day, right? We should celebrate our loved ones every day. I thought it was only fitting, though, that we do a Valentine's joke, okay? So here we go. Thank you. All right, how can you save money on Valentine's Day? How can you save money on Valentine's Day? It's a joke. I mean, it's also real. Yeah, let's let go of G-Max too. He needs the Uber. Become single. So, okay, that is our joke. I will hit you with more jokes towards the end of the show. But yeah. All right, here we go. Thank you for joining in. We have two amazing guests. I'm going to block G-Max myself. So bye. Booyah. Okay. Y'all be
Yeah,
nice.
thanks.
Okay, be nice. There's no reason to be mean. I'm here giving my own time, a lot of time. This is 70-second show. I've been doing this for almost, a year and a half, more than a year and a half as a featured show host. It's a labor of love. So be kind and be respectful. And if you don't want to do that, just swipe left or right. It's okay. You don't have to be here. All right. So this next guest, he is phenomenal. He is amazing. He is one of my favorite voices on the app. He is so good. He also knows OBS, which I have to learn. He has a podcast. He has a featured show called It's Not Too Shabby with Krabby. And his name is Top Badge Krabby. Welcome him in and let's talk about life and love with the side hustle.
Oh, yeah, amazing. Great introductions there as well. So I really appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, you look amazing. Oh, wow. Okay, ladies, hello. If you don't know, this is Top Badge Krabby. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I love your background.
Thank you. 70-second show as well, right? So is that correct?
22nd. Yes.
Wow. And
yes.
I believe you've not missed one either. So thank you so much for letting me come in. Like you've just continually done it. Very loyal.
Well, okay. I have to say I did miss Christmas Eve one year and I did catch COVID and I was out once.
Okay,
so
well,
2 out of, so, I mean, that's pretty good, right?
We'll let you off for that then.
74. Yeah, 70-second show. So Krabby,
Hey.
it's like I have thought about having you on for so long, and it's like for some reason I don't know why I never just did it. I don't know that I ever asked you before I did, and I'm so glad you're here, and I appreciate you making time. I know you're so busy. Tell us about your stream dream. Like, how did you get started? Where did you begin? And just kind of tell us the evolution of Top Badge Krabby.
Yeah, no, I love that. And thank you for having me on as well. I think I have this like strong desire to make like streaming accessible for like everybody in a way that it's okay to do it. Like, and I don't know, was really shy at the start, like really shy. I think most people are. You hear it often, right? People are shy, and also to an extent, like I think there's an element of when you're a streamer, you want to come on and you want to try and be as honest and as real as you possibly can, and leave some insecurities like behind. And sometimes I think by being open and honest and being yourself and putting yourself out there, I think it has a ripple effect, like within the community and stuff. Like other people think, do you know what? If someone else is putting themselves out there and being genuine, then like I'm gonna give it a go. And then that's the ethos of how Meet Me and the whole community and all of the other companies that use the platform is that then people start meeting each other and you network and you make friends. And yes, if things go further sometimes, and that's always a beautiful thing too. So yeah, with regards to content and everything, there's that element as well. Like I think along the journey, you learn that you have other inspirations. You learn more about yourself, and you think, oh, actually, I want to do this, and you put some dedication to it and see it through. And I think I think if you're ambitious, I think you can be a really good streamer on this platform.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of energy, right? I mean, and time and talent. I would say, it takes, not to say that, people can be on here that aren't talented, but I see the ones that are succeeding and doing the best. They have a lot of skills, people skills even, conversational skills and entertainment skills, things like that. So when did you start your stream journey?
Yeah, so when did I actually start? Initially, I started back in, I want to say like maybe it was like May 2022 or 2021, you know. I think like it wasn't, I know what I did is my grind to get like, obviously diamonds is part of the app, it's the currency of the app. I remember my first, like getting to my first milli, and that journey to get to the first milli was like almost a similar road to getting my top badge, because it was so slow, like to get, because like when you first come on, and I think a lot of people do get discouraged sometimes because they come on as a streamer and it can be really slow for them, and they don't hang around because they think, well, what's the point? And then over time, when you become dedicated to something and you keep doing it and you improve, you start realizing that you enjoy it, and then you start getting yourself noticed, and you start networking, and you start becoming like who you're supposed to be. But yeah, it started probably in like May 2000 and I want to say 21. And then it's been like a road since I've been dedicated. It's been a real road. Like I'll say, like I have not stopped streaming for almost about like a year and a half, like straight, if that makes sense. So like it's quite a while to do it regularly. Like, you know, if you put the hours in,
Yeah.
and I think sometimes with sometimes with people, like if you're not putting your hours, when I say putting your hours in, that doesn't mean just sitting there on stream. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's important to be live at certain times depending on what things you've got going on. But at the same time, like sitting there and just waiting for something to happen sometimes isn't the best thing. Like you want to use those hours to learn something that you can put out to the stream, put out to your audience. And everyone's audiences are slightly different to an extent. And it's just kind of knowing that a little bit and sort of like using that.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, attracting your tribe and connecting with people that, you know, connect with you. And thank you to all my people in the chat. I just kind of knew it was going to be one of those days. And it is one of those days, y'all. So just remember, everybody, welcome into the Living and Loving Show with Triple L, where we love to laugh and we love to live, and we're good energy. And we don't appreciate any disrespect or hate. Just find another stream and enjoy yourself there. But right now we have the amazing Top Badge Krabby in here, and he is actually giving you an amazing amount of information that, you know, these are nuggets of knowledge he's sharing with you to become a successful streamer if you're interested in that. And not all of us want to be streamers, and that's okay. But if you do, well, you're in the presence of greatness. So enjoy the show. Make sure you're favoriting Krabby. You can gift Krabby right in the box. I appreciate everyone's energy, and thank you for spending time with us tonight. So now, well, I have so many questions, but let's talk about upcoming things in your stream dream, and then we'll dip into my favorite, which is the love talk. So if you're ready for it.
Of course, always. I got in the locker. I've always got ideas. I'm really passionate about the ideas that I have, but I'm also trying to learn how to best teach others to implement content. Like I really like that idea because we can't all do all of these ideas all the time. Like I think at one point I've got my featured show, and then I'm doing another show, and then another show, and it's like, you know, I'd love to do a show every day of the week, but it's just not sustainable, you know, to do that. And then your other shows might lack like a little bit of quality, and you know, sometimes you've got to focus on one thing and get really good at it. But yeah, look, I'm looking to do an auction over the next few months, which I have never done one before, and it's going to be different. Like, and this is the thing about the stuff that I want to do on this platform, is do something that hasn't been done before. And there are ways to think outside the box with stuff that we do. It just can be a little bit more time consuming, but the payoff is so much better, you know, because you start setting trends, you know, people start following different things, and So yeah, like I've got auction coming up. I've also got this podcast that I'm working on.
I love
So if you're looking to be a top streamer, or even just curious about the live culture, because I think having a live culture is something that will be the future, like in like 10, 20 years. Like I think gradually it's getting more kind of socially acceptable to be like, oh, well, I'm FaceTime with my friends, or I'm talking, there's no taboo about it. And I think there's a lot of people that shy away from media or phones because of like some sort of like privacy thing. So we you know we show our audiences our lives, and we run with that, you know. So I think that's going to get more popular as time goes on.
I agree. And you're very, you're very wise. And I love that you're thinking outside the box. I like a new idea for the auction. So keep me posted, and I'd love to be part of it if, possible. I kind of stepped a little bit back from them because just for different reasons, but I would love to be a part of it if it works and if you're interested in having me. But that's exciting. And the podcast, I love that. And I often feel like many of us, our viewers and our people that enjoy our streams do, like they're at work or they're driving or they're doing life, washing dishes, laundry, God knows what, showering. I know people that listen to us in the shower, and they have us in like a podcast, and that's where you get that good energy from a streamer who knows when to read a comment and how to reply and make it a conversation that you could literally come in at any moment, whether you can see the screen or not, and you have content that is there. So it's
just one thing on that as well is that like you've got like with live, you're only going to catch it in the moment now. Like this is happening now, but then you might not be able to come back. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on within the community that unfortunately sometimes we can't be in two places at once as much as we'd like to. So by picking up like a recording of a conversation that you wish you'd listened to, that's just another element of it. But yeah, like ultimately, again, it's just learning more about like the live stuff. I think I've got a lot of friends that probably don't really understand streaming, but they would probably like to. Do you know what I mean? But they just haven't transitioned into it, and I think that's what us as streamers sort of do have to take a bit of responsibility to show them how it works and let them understand it a little bit better. Again, with our audiences as well, like letting them understand it.
Absolutely. Well, okay. So Khalid, I love that you want to get more information. And hi, Justin. Okay, wait, what? Hi, Justin. Anyway, okay, so back to my show. Okay, so this is Top Badge Krabby, and I'm so glad you're here. And thank you for sharing this information. What I would recommend, y'all, is to favorite Krabby. Also add his Instagram and any other social media he has, because like I said, he is one of those uplifting streamers that really wants everybody to succeed. He is very positive on the app. He has a wonderful show. It's not too shy with Krabby. And it's a lot of fun. He spends a lot of time creating content, and and that it is a lot of energy. And I think I don't know what people think like successful streamers are doing, and I think we all have our unique stories of what works and how we do it. But it is definitely, no matter which way you dice it, there's time, there's energy, there is money involved in building your sets, your backgrounds, there's so much to it. So there's a lot of things you can learn from wonderful streamers that want to share, and not all streamers do want to share their story and how they got where they are. So there's that too. Okay, so it is a life and love show. And I know I'm not the only one that is curious about Krabby's love life. Would you please share with us a little bit about your journey in love before streaming, and whatever you feel comfortable sharing in your journey as a streamer?
Yeah, I suppose like many people, like we find love in sometimes the places that we're not looking for sometimes, and it comes about. And Yeah, look, it's definitely a journey, and do you know what? It's interesting because I've been reading something about love and the element that sometimes you don't always have to have love with just one person. You can have love with your family, or you can have love with friends, you know, and you can have a lot of you can be satisfied by just being happy and loving people and supporting them. And there's a lot of peace and stuff in that as human beings, you know. But yeah, like you know, it's I suppose if there's a question in regards to the app, like I've tried to like get myself out there, you know, like most people, we go out there. I don't always make the right decisions. I make mistakes too, you know, like, you know, I'm human, and you know, just try and learn and be open and honest as much as I can be.
Well, I love that. Yes, being authentic is important. And would you say, as a streamer, do you, especially a top streamer with a show and all the events you're involved in, and you know, shout out to Curly Love. She definitely is letting you know she's 38 and single. Hello, and she is gorgeous. Okay, so if we made a little love connection, I'll just take credit for it. Okay.
It's like, yeah, okay, let's go.
But so how do you navigate that? Because I know a lot of people, they come on to the apps and most of them did start as a matchmaking or like a dating type app. And now we're moving in more to the live communities, and not all of us are even looking. Many of us are married or booed up and, you know, coupled up.
Mm.
And so how do you navigate that in your streams? Do you have tips and tricks you could share with us on how to do that as a very
Um,
attractive, good-looking, successful streamer?
yeah, I appreciate that. To be honest, like obviously, like be open and honest with people, like to an extent, like, but at the same time, like you are exploring things. I think all of us, like, if you're out there wanting to meet people, like it's exploring that and being open to it. But then also, I think in life, I've kind of understood things to a point. Like, so I can kind of maybe sometimes I feel like time is a big indicator for me. Like, time's a big indicator of like, is this person here just for a short time, and or are they like thinking about it long term? And then, you know, if for instance I'm not giving them, for instance, like a full attention, of for instance, are they mature enough to understand that you're busy with other things? Or do you know what I mean? Like, you know, we all go to work, we do busy things, like we can't always be with people 24/7. And then, you know, that maturity element for myself is something that, you know, I just use as like a measuring tool. And then time, you know, and look, I think all of us look for someone that's going to add something to our lives to a point, right? You know, they're going to bring something that we want, you know. And yeah, look, I'm curious to know what will happen like in the next couple of years. We don't know, right? um
And I'm proud of you. And I like that you're not putting pressure on it. You're not feeling like you have to be coupled up, which many people do feel incomplete without a person. And society pushes that as well, you know, that you, when are you getting married? Where's your girlfriend, boyfriend? Where, you know, when are you having kids? Like there's a lot of pressure in that scene of coupledom and relationships. And I like that you're not pushing it, you're open to it, but you're more, I feel like you're more about, like you said, building with maybe many people, like successful, healthy relationships for friendships that may develop into something more is kind of what I hear you looking for. And so may I ask your age? I don't
yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm 30. I was 30.
Oh, the big
Yeah,
dirty
yeah, yeah.
30. Hello. Okay. All right. So yes, I love it. You're very mature, like I said, wise energy. What is your zodiac sign?
I know, right? Well, November. So figure it out. November time.
Okay, so you're either Scorpio or Sagittarius.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I know I'm in between around it, so
Okay,
yeah. But
okay,
like, I
fun.
love that style of stuff as well, right? Because you have Chinese zodiacs as well, so like, all
Yes,
like you merge it in. Like, I find it fascinating because stuff
yes.
like that is history, right? I love history, and you know, all these, there's some truth in things, isn't there? There's some truth in it.
I think it's fun. It's a hobby of mine, and I asked because you are a crab, and a Cancer is a
I,
crab. So I was like, oh, if he was a Cancer, wouldn't that fit? I don't get Cancer vibes from you,
it would
but
fit. It
but
would fit. Yeah, it's a long story. Another time we'll do a
another
whole
day,
show
another
about the
time.
traveling.
Okay, so let us. Before I invite my next guest in,
Sure.
dear Krabby, would you please, Top Badge Krabby, y'all in the box, hit him with the favorite, follow his Instagram, his social medias, connect with him, go to his show. Always a good time. And what is coming up for you, like in the Stream Dreams? When can we catch you live again? Hopefully this evening, but it is a bit late there, probably.
Yeah, so I've got Kitty Commanders about love later on, so be shouting out some love for that. But yeah, look, find me on Instagram. It's me, Krabby. I'm really committed to pushing myself like within the social media kind of game. So I'm definitely going to be trying to put myself out there over the next couple of years. So yeah, get involved. Hit us a follow. And the reason to hit me a follow is because hopefully I can give you some tips on leveling up.
I love it. And you have the best reels. You're very good at doing a lot of the, I don't know, marketing stuff. So I'm learning from you, and I need to pick your brain
We're getting
sooner.
you there.
Okay.
We get you. Peace out. Thank you so much for having me.
Bye, dear Krabby.
Take
Top
care.
Badge Krabby, y'all, our first guest of the night. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday night. It is the Living and Loving Show with Triple L. I am so glad you're here. I don't mind becoming a cougar, Curly. I am definitely 15 years his senior. And so really, y'all, I'm not seriously entertaining the thought, but I mean, God gracious, did you hear the accent? Did you see the vibes? It kind of looks like a little surfer. I mean, it was awesome. And he's smart and he's wise and he's building, his streams. He's a dedicated streamer. He's got a lot of great energy. Okay, everybody, hi. Thank you for being here. Look at us, 1,000 views already. We're mid-ish way through the show, but it's not over. It's not over at all because we got some boss badge energy this Saturday night. Yes, we do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, she is phenomenal. She is someone you need to favorite, follow, and connect with as well. She is not only a live nurse, like in real life, but she is also a fitness enthusiast. And I can't wait to learn more about that side of her. But I do know you can catch her live most mornings for a workout on stream. Boss Badge Nurse Joy is coming up next. Please welcome her in. Spam the Band-Aids, spam the nurse emojis, just spam the love. She is one of my personal favorites on the stream. Now she is newish, but she is all boss. So welcome her in and let's have some fun with the amazing Boss Badge Nurse Joy.
Hi, how you guys doing? Good day, good evening.
Hello. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite colors. That coral is beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for the show tonight. I appreciate you. It's a pleasure and an honor, and I'm excited to just have a chat in front of all of these, thousands of people. No pressure. And yes, go Eagles. Everybody, I hope you're as excited for the Super Bowl as I am and Nurse Joy. Okay, so tell us about your stream dream. How did you become a live streamer?
By accident. Yeah, by accident. I went on the POF side, looking to maybe find someone. I've been separated for now going on 2.5 years. I was like, oh, it's time. Let me see if I can get myself out there. And then I saw this live button and I was like, oh, the live side. And I just was like looking, and then I started going to different people's streams and looking at them and just like, then I started studying people, started studying them and stuff like that. So I started like gifting first before I started streaming, until someone's like after I was gifting, I would go in people's boxes, talk to them, get to know them, you know. So that was like my thing to do. And then someone's like, oh, you should probably start, you should stream. And I was like, okay. They're like, all you gotta do is just press that like button. And I just did that and then haven't looked back. So I've been on the streaming since November the 26th, 2022.
Oh, wow. So it is super new still.
Yeah.
Like not even 3 months, like
Yeah.
official.
No. Mm-mm.
Wow. Well, you came in with a big energy, right? And you definitely made a mark. And I swear it was like every stream I was in, which to me, that's to me is like soul tribe, good vibe energy. When I start seeing the same people in the streams I'm going in, it's like we're connecting. We either find things funny the same, we want the same kind of energy, you know, it's so I love that. But I kept seeing Nurse Joy, Nurse Joy, Nurse Joy, you know, Boss Badge, Nurse Joy everywhere. And I loved it. And I'm so proud to know you. So now tell us about your life before, I mean, you mentioned the separation, and I've been there, and you know, wow, that is a lot of, it can be a lot of pain. It can also be a blessing to be separated and to be done with that part. But we can talk more about that in a minute. So what are you looking forward to in streaming? I mean, like I said, you have some of the most fun morning streams that really get the blood moving. And you also challenge people in randoms to do a little some fitness, and you're gifting them your opponent, you know, in the verses. I love it. So how do you, like, what's keeping you going in the stream dream?
Well, I love fitness. I've always been into that. Actually, before the street, before COVID, I did competitive bodybuilding, like on shows. Yeah. So I did competitive bodybuilding. Actually, my last show was in 2019. Got first place. I was in Canada. So I've always been into fitness. And then after COVID, it was like, you know, I had to go and help out on the floors, and it's like me trying to find that love again that I've always loved, and also just showing that, you know, people are still scared to come to the gym or go to the gym. You can still work out at home and get like a good, you know, a good workout. So I felt like it keeps me also accountable by doing it all the time. So it's not just also about like, you know, helping other people or motivating people, but I'm also motivating myself by doing that as well. So.
Absolutely. And it's fun. I mean, you know, you're getting people, I think streaming is fun for the most part. I mean, there's a few parts that I could skip, you know, but streaming typically is fun, and doing something like that where you're engaging your audience, you're helping them get more active, you know, you're inspiring. Even people like me that may be a tired mom that woke up at 4, got the kids to school, and I'm tuning in just to watch you, to be like, I can do this in about 2 hours. Like, you know, it's like I see your visual and I'm like, I could do it. And I love, you know, it's just, you're an inspiration. Tell us a little bit about, like, how long have you been a nurse, and what brought you into that career field?
I've been a nurse for over 15 years, but I've always been in medical. Before that, I was like a pharmacy specialist. I don't know if you know, I'm a military person. So I was in the Army for 17 years. Then I changed over to the Air Force in 2017. So I'm still in the Air Force Reserve. So I also serve as in that capacity. So it was when I got deployed to Germany in 2004 that I was like, oh, I saw all my friends that were nurses and they were really impactful with the soldiers. And I was like, oh, wow, like I really want to do that. Like, it's funny because my mom's a nurse, but I didn't want to be like, I was like, oh, let me do my own thing and become like, I was going to go and be like a lawyer or something. But then after that, my getting deployed to Germany, it basically, it put me in the direction of I want to be a nurse. And also that's when I started doing bodybuilding, because I also met this lady that kind of inspired me to do that. So it was all these things, pinnacle things happened at the age of 25 that I just kind of like changed directions of what I wanted to do.
Oh, I feel like you've had like 3 lifetimes.
I have a lot of, and probably more to go, you know.
Yes, I mean, that's the beauty of it, right? And we're never done. I mean, nobody says you can't keep growing and changing and evolving and exploring new things. I love that about you. Can we talk about love now? Like, you know, after absolutely.
Wait, what did you say? I think my reception is not clear, is not coming in. Love, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like, I feel like once you've been married, you have your children. Like I have one child, he's 7. He's an amazing kid. I think like after you've been there, done that, you're not quick to go rush to do it again. And I think that me and you we share the same age. We're both on the 4th floor. You know what I mean? And I think when you're in, yeah, we're on the 4th floor. And yeah, we're on the 4th floor. And so I feel like when you're in that, you just become very comfortable in your life, in your own skin, and you're not rushing to any altar. And so I feel like, not that I'm totally opposed to ever get married again, but it's definitely not a goal anymore. My goal is just to be happy and to live a happy life. Whether I share it with someone or not, great. If I don't, I'll still be happy regardless. I don't need, another person to make me happy because I'm already doing it by myself, right? So whoever I end up being with, they have to add to the cup, not take away from it, because this cup is full. It's flowing over. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. And yes, indeed. And wise words, and like you said, I mean, once you've been there and had that journey of that whole process, yeah, I'm not running back to that anytime soon. I do love love. Would love, to bring in love, another, romantic relationship at some point, but I want it to be like you, very healthy and very, I'm tired of being the giver. I'm an overgiver, overdoer, and I'm ready to get some receiving. Do you know what I mean?
Hello?
So let's all, everybody send love out to each other for that. Okay, so do you think you'll ever do another fitness competition, or is that something you want to do? I know it's
yeah, absolutely. I will. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a coach and everything, and so she's always like, "Hey, Joy, when are we?" And I'm like, "Maybe 2024." So the thing about me is that when I do competition, I'll do it straight for 4 or 5 years, and I'll take a couple years off, and so I'm never really off. You know what I mean? So, one thing about competing, it takes a lot of time and dedication. It depends on what's going on in your life. The stage is always going to be there. Like even I first started, I'm 43 now, and I first started competing at 25. Okay. And I was competing for 4 or 5 years, and I took off for 6 years because I wanted to, focus on my studies. And then I went back, and then I focused on my family. And then I went back after I had my son. So it's not one of those things you can always go back. I started in my 20s, then went back in my 30s, then went back in my late 30s. So it's like, it's always there, and I love it because it's like your body's like clay. You can change it to whatever you want to change it to, but it just depends on what your goal is. Like right now I'm in my doctorate of nursing program now, so that's my goal right now. You know what I mean? I have my master's, my bachelor's, so like I just keep going because I get bored very easily. I'm a Scorpio, so I get bored. I get bored, and I'm always trying to do different things. Like before I came on this app, I have my show over in Clubhouse, which is a Nurse Joy show. So I've always been into social media, things like that, and fitness has always been my thing. That's my thing, fitness or wellness and health, basically, because even if you're not like trying to change your body, it's just about your overall health, how you feel. Because I'll tell you, every time after a workout, all my worries, everything, it just is resolved. There's no drug. There's no amount of alcohol. There's no amount of anything that can make you feel the way you feel about yourself when you accomplish, working out. That's like the ultimate high.
It's very, very true. And I love a good workout and to just kind of zone out and let those worries just for a few minutes, just put them down and do something physical, whatever that is and however that looks for each of us, because of course we're all in our own journeys in our own physical forms. I love that. So wait, so you're going to be Dr. Nurse Joy very soon?
Yeah, I have a couple years, but yeah, if I ever finish this thing, yes.
Let's go. That's amazing. I can only imagine how much time and energy and work that is. But I'm so proud of you. It's so amazing. Scorpio, yes, Scorpio energy is phenomenal. So are you open to dating at this time and place right now? Asking for some friends.
Well, here's the deal. I'm dating someone now that I even meet off the app. When my neighbor introduced us, we have gone on 6 dates. Yeah, we've gone on 6 dates. I have not kissed him yet, and I'm getting a lot of crap from my audience and the streamers when I talk about him. Like, they're like, oh, you must not like him. And if I was dating you, I would never date you if you let me wait 6 dates. I'm like, well, I move slow. I move very slow. I met him December the 20th. It was a blind date. And I basically almost like known him from like scratch. So it's like, I'm trying to get to know him, and I just don't want to be led physically. I want to know who you are.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's how I
Nothing
am.
wrong with that.
Thank you, Tweeter.
So, okay. Ooh, wow. Fun. Are you guys, okay, are they fun dates? Any suggestions, like date ideas for us people that are might be dating this weekend?
He's a big time foodie. I'm not as much as he is, but he likes to go out and eat a lot. But I like to go, when I suggest dates, is like I like bowling. I love bowling. That's just me. I love bowling. I love skating, axe throwing. Like I like active dates. I mean, like sitting down, eating stuff in her face, like, okay. But I like to do active dates. It's cold right now. So, I told him that like we're gonna go to my sister writes plays and stuff like that. So one of her plays, because she's a playwright, so one of her plays that's published is going to be at one of the theaters in Philadelphia on Friday. So I said he can come with me on that day if he wants to. So like those kind of things is what I like to do, go into theaters. Like actual where you see people, not necessarily the movie theater, but like where you're actually seeing someone on Broadway, like those kind of things. I like to do, you know what I mean? Or the jump park. I like active things.
Active dates. I love it. Axe throwing sounds super fun. I do love bowling. I love roller skating.
And the rain. Pew, pew, pew.
Ooh, a shooting range. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those are all great ideas. And yeah, a live play, something, not just the humdrum basic dating. Wow. So fishing.
Oh yeah, fishing is good too. Me and my ex.
Anything where you can engage in conversation,
Oh
right?
yeah, comedy shows are awesome. Beaching when it's warm. When it's warm, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now tell us, before I let you go, what's coming up for you in the Stream Dreams, and when can we catch you live next?
What's coming up for me? So live next tomorrow, I'll be on only for 45 minutes. I'll be on the Stairmaster on Sundays. I'm on that monster upstairs, actually in the gym.
Ooh,
I'll be on tomorrow. Actual stairs, yeah. That's just that cardio, just to get you right, get that butt nice and firm. You don't need a BBL, y'all. Just go on that Stairmaster. You don't need no BBL. All right. What's coming up for me is like so I will have a feature show. I just have to take real quick, but I will have a feature show coming up. So about smoothies, how to like detox smoothies, things like that.
I love it.
Yeah, nutrition with Nurse Joy. And they love the idea. That's what we're going to be doing coming up. It's going to be on Monday. It's going to be really early in the morning, girl. Sorry. But that'll be coming up soon. Okay. So that's what's coming up. So tomorrow I'll be on 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, really quick stream on Sundays, 45 minutes. I did want to just let everybody know that where this beats come from. This is from Nigeria. My parents are from Nigeria. So I just wanted to show, like, these are bridal beads. And since we're talking about love and things like that, these are the beads that I wore for my traditional wedding. So these are the beads, the bridal beads. And then I have some garment from, Nigerian garments, and the bottom, just to show my culture, rep it out.
It's beautiful, beautiful, so beautiful, and I love it. I'm getting teary-eyed. I don't know why. I'm sensitive about that stuff. But did you actually wear those in your own?
Yeah, these are the ones I wore. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. You don't have to answer it, but is there any chance that you might reconcile with your person?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the thing is, if it was up to him, probably. But sometimes, we've been through this road before. This is probably the 3rd time we've been separated, and now this is the longest. And I think at a certain time that there's a certain point where that, when you are no longer happy, like you're just miserable, and you're happier when you're not with them. That's when the things change, And so I feel like it's a no. It's a hard no for me. And even my son is like, for my son is like a hard no for him too. You know what I mean? And it's just
Okay.
me and my son because I actually have full custody of my son, and he gave me that. So it is what it is. So so it's a hard no for me for now. I'm just so much, happier. I feel like I can be more like myself and not a Stepford person, like Stepford wife. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have to not be your true self to be with someone, that is not the route to go. If you have to be more subdued, or if you have to be something that you're not to be with someone, it's just not it's not going to work in the long run. So it's just best to be yourself, and whoever's going to be with you will be okay with you being your authentic self and not try to subdue you or your personality or say you're too friendly or try to say things to make you feel bad about who you are. And so that is, you just should just be with someone that actually wants to uplift you and say, you're great, we love you just the way you are. And so that's very important.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And I only ask because, I mean, I don't know. You loved him for a reason, you guys were together for a reason, but hearing more into that it's not the first time. So
Oh
yes.
yeah, yeah. If it was like the first or second time, then yeah, I think at the end of the day, I'm spiritual, and I think that I stay with him a long time because I'm very spiritual, because I'm very into the Lord, and we got married in a church, and I believe that you should try to make your marriage work with most circumstances, with certain circumstances, which I won't share here. I'll share you even privately, but that is like not a negotiable thing, and so I think that you just know when something is not right. You cannot make someone change either. You can't make someone change for the better. People change for the better if they want to. You can't want them to change. And then, like a lot of times people have savior complex. You think like, if I love him enough, if I do this enough, if I do that enough, they'll do this, they'll do that. And it comes down to both people have to be invested. Both people have to want to work on things. Both have to really, because counseling is only as good as both people, and I'm saying both people putting in the work. Counselors only work when you do. You could go to counseling, but if you're not invested into making the work, doing the homework that they tell you to do, and also spiritually, if you believe in God, and you believe, in that as well, that's another thing. But if you don't like buy into the methodology of counseling or therapists, and mind you, all therapists are not necessarily good, meaning not saying they're bad, but you have to find a therapist that like understands you both, doesn't sign more with one or the other, but one that kind of meshes good with you, kind of like find that that doctor that understands you. So you got to find a great counselor, and you both got to be invested in what they say to you, like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
So
absolutely. And
yeah, that's the
also
here.
just the listening, right? That active listening is so key. Just to have your person listen to you. And sometimes it's the gift of that hour or 45 minutes with another person for you to be heard. But that can change a relationship. So I definitely believe that it can help if it's the right fit for all. But
Yep.
you're right. It takes two to tango, it takes two to party, and it takes two to make a marriage work,
Yep.
or any relationship, friendship, you know.
Partnership, whatever it is. Yep. Even in friendship, same thing. Yep.
Yes. Well, you're such a joy, literally a joy.
Thank you.
Okay. And I am so grateful for your time tonight with us. You guys, it's Nurse Joy, Boss Badge Nurse Joy. She keeps it off a lot. I believe, and I think I know for sure, she is a very humble, kind, giving woman, but she's also strong. So don't test her in a wrong kind of way. But everybody hit her with a fave, follow her social media. Tell them your Instagram name because it's a little different than on here.
I'm not going to do that, but
Oh, okay, it's a private. Never mind. Don't do it. I am lying. You better favorite her here or just
or
forever.
yeah, I have a Snapchat there that they can try. They can attempt to come on there, but if they want to follow the streams here, that's what I mainly go through. So if people find me through Instagram, great, because that's open. But you got a lot of crazy people too out there, so I'm good on that. But yeah, if they want to follow me, definitely favorite me, and then you can come hang out in my streams.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You all nurse
Yeah.
joy. Have a
Bonnie,
wonderful evening.
go Eagles! And I'm
Go
from
Eagles,
Philly.
that's
So
right, baby.
Philly's gonna be crazy tomorrow, yo. I'm in Philly. Philly gonna be crazy.
It
All right,
is.
see ya. Bye.
Bye, dear. Oh my goodness. If you just missed the conversations with Top Badge, Krabby, and amazing Boss Badge, Nurse Joy, I'm sorry. But the good news is the amazing Emoji J is in the building recording us so that we can have this featured on YouTube. So you can catch this episode again if you missed it, or you want to just rewatch it and gather some nuggets of knowledge, some inspiration, or if you just missed some of my really, really funny jokes in the beginning of the show. They're not funny. I'm totally kidding. Hi, everybody. I am Triple L. This is the Living and Loving Show with Triple L. We're here every Saturday at 7. We are kind of wrapping up our show. I'm going to recap the beginning of our show where we shared a healthy living tip, an affirmation, and I might just grace you with a joke or two. Yes, mems. Just for you and Lugs. All right.